Here, red mulberry. We're gonna do air layering on it. I'm gonna use this branch, this one, and this one is smaller. So we're gonna do 3 today. Okay, first branch is ready. Going to next one. Here another branch. Here is another one. I have this red mulberry cutting, and I put this cutting in water 1 month ago, and it started to develop roots. You see, I scratched bark from 2 sides. Unfortunately, tree is going to put new growth, and I'm going to plant that in soil. We'll cover with plastic bag, and we'll see what's going to happen. Focus. And I did cutting from tree. It stayed in the water a very long time. It was in the water for a long time, and you see it's blooming. This is very small actually, and it was covered with this package for 2 weeks. Now I guess it's fine, and I don't need to cover. But I was trying to look up roots underneath. I don't see any roots there. But I'm gonna leave it uncovered and see if it's gonna be fine. I had this blooming red mulberry, and it had 2 berries. At first it dropped 1 berry, and then it's actually another berry completely dry out. This is what I found out today morning. Another berry was completely dry out. So I was hoping I will get at least 1 berry, but if your plant is too small, you probably need to remove. My red mulberry actively growing. Luckily it doesn't bloom, and now even if it's gonna bloom, I will remove all flowers, because it doesn't make any sense for such a small tree. And unfortunately I didn't plant this in clear plastic, and we cannot see roots, but here on bottom I don't see any roots. That means this plant is not ready to produce any fruits, and I don't need to replant in another pot. Because let me show you another mulberry. Here is another mulberry, and this is clear plastic, and roots are everywhere, and you clearly see them on the bottom. And of course this is much bigger tree, and it blooms. Actually this time I didn't cut these plants, it just started to bloom, I think because it get warmer. But this, for example, started to bloom again. This is another one, but this has some berries, and you see these berries actually since December, and it's already February, so I don't see like they are really ready to ripe. And you see my mulberry completely woke up. Today's what? Mid-February. And I can tell you not every single plant actually woke up. This one is, for example, Barbados cherry. It did wake up, but it's very slow, very slow. So spring is not really on full speed. Sometimes nights are too cold. So it's gonna be much faster once it gets warmer. Okay, this is bonus video. My beautiful hibiscus. They, of course, not so sensitive to temperature, and a lot of them are ready to bloom. This is gonna be red one, and this is orange. Yeah. This is my red mulberry. You have seen some shorts with red mulberry, and I was able to propagate it by cutting, and it's very nice. It's branching out, very beautiful. And this is 1 gallon pot, and I'm gonna put it in a bigger pot, which is basically 2 gallons. And I usually do not put any fertilizers on any my trees. Whenever you see videos, I barely use any fertilizer. For this one, I'm gonna use, this is pellets one, and I think this is even organic. I bought it very cheap long time ago, a huge bag. I'm gonna put fertilizer only because I wanna grow this tree as fast as it can, because I have only 1 single tree, and so far I cannot tell you this is growing very fast compared to my other mulberry varieties. This one, no, I cannot say this is grows very fast. So every single tree will have, even if it's mulberry, will have different trait growth. Here, I don't buy soil. I use whatever soil I have. This is native soil. That's because when you do in a pot, you buy soil and then you plant in your native soil. That soil component doesn't match, so I want to see how that plants grow in a native soil. I'm not interested in how they grow in potting mix. Okay, now I match height and we'll see what kind of fruits we have for this kind of height of plants. This is a little bit more than 1 feet. I think this is quite nice. And because this is sand, you see that ball doesn't hold well. That's fine. I was able to put, and ball didn't actually break too much, which is cool. Some people might be really worried about that one, but usually most plants will be fine, especially citruses for sure will be fine. When ball doesn't hold much, figs will be fine. Maybe very picky plants will be not fine when root ball doesn't hold much. I think it was good timing to place this in bigger pot. And if you see this 1 gallon pot for this kind of size of plant, it's not really kind of huge, but it was already using all this soil. And so what I do, I'm doing layers of soil, and then I keep adding my fertilizer everywhere. Especially I'm interested next to roots, because anyway that's gonna be some time before that fertilizer break down and roots will be using fertilizer, so you cannot expect any effect first 2 weeks for sure, or maybe you will have effect only after 1 month. Yeah, that takes so long. Okay, I'll finish it and we'll keep you posted. We'll see when this plant is gonna bloom. Who knows? Usually my other variety on this size will start to bloom. This one is not really so fast, you see. Maybe it will bloom much later. Thanks for watching and see you soon.